Let's get back to work. Let's look out the window here at the beautiful trees. I'll see this is, I don't know if you guys can see it too well. No, you can't. Okay. Now the way this camera is. Let's see. Hold up. Let's, can you? No, not, yeah, you can. Okay. That's what we're looking at. Okay. That's the orchard. And so, kind of tired. Whew, Lord. It's interesting, man. When I connect to people in prayer, it's different with men than it is with women. The brains are different. It was fun, man. I made a connection. We sit here and talked, and he was very gracious and very patient, good sense of humor. Or had an excellent conversation. It was funny, man. He was in there. We was talking, right? And he goes, "Your voice sounds deeper. You just because you me." It's like, no, man. It's just when I'm one of my dogs. I talk like that. I said, "Man, Charles, my whole life has been surrounded by a bunch of geeky scientists that get all excited and shit. So when I get talking, sometimes I get like that." He goes, "Like you're talking to Charles," and I started laughing. He's funny. No, he's funny. And then I'm sitting there doing laundry. And I think Charles is great. He goes, "Don't say Charles is great. Say Charles is funny," or something like that. Well, yeah, Charles is funny. Don't tell Charles he's great. It'll go to his head. And I'm like cracking up going, shit, I like this guy, man. He's funny. Yeah. You can see the effects on his kids. I saw a video on his daughter and now on his son. And you can see and feel it. It resonates. The time and you don't really call it energy. No, it's money, and keep making money, and everybody turning into a cash cow drains all your energy. And then you really don't have, it's like that Jim Croce song, Time in a Bottle. And he's sitting there connecting to me, and he's like, okay, I expected to feel all your pain and suffering, you're not a chick. It's cool, Charles. But it's different. Guys don't feel the pain and suffering from having to be the guy that stands up to stop all the rape and the murder and all that responsibility. But we were cutting up the cantaloupe, and Charles and me started talking about things, and we talked about it because I could feel secure. And he's like, wow, because secure's kind of like, so you could kill anybody you want, anytime, just about any way yeah. By the time I was 5, Jesus basically told me that I was lethal. Okay. Time I was 5 years old. And because he could walk me through it. You got Lord Saladin and Jesus, and you know what I'm saying? You got the guys that gave you Khal McGraw. Or that, it's not even really Khal McGraw. No, we don't practice incessantly to be better than other people. It's life's eternal, grace is infinite. It's not we instinctually know what to do. They think I cheat on the test. Okay, he's going to do this. Here it comes. But I'm faster. And that's the thing about secure is like, he's so fast. And he's the fastest person alive. And you're going to try to shoot him, or you're going to try to hit him. And he doesn't want to hit you. And so Secure kind of pointed out to Dad, it's like, it's not when he gets angry, because he gets angry, okay? It's when you attack him that he becomes lethal. Because he gets angry all the time. It's like, thank you. He has such a good son. I love his son so much. No, I love everybody. Like I've said before, you love everybody the same, but you appreciate them differently, right? When you connect to them in prayer, just like I said, the encouragement, the non-jealous and the sweetness and the encouragement and just being comfortable with wanting to be himself and not having to be LeBron, not having to be Bronny. Bryce James, is sometimes you feel insecure because all that pressure on you to, quote, succeed. And, I was getting that way, and I went over next door and got Shakire's mom and Shaq, and, I said, you just need to let him know, okay, how proud you are of him because of the type of person he is, because he's caring and he's kind and he's strong and he's not a bully, and he's not afraid of bullies. He's not afraid of them. But having a dad like Shaq's, you know, I hear you. I was afraid of dad. I was afraid of my dad too. Okay. And I was lethal at age 5, right? Okay. Jesus told me you're lethal at age 5, right? But I was still afraid of my dad, right? And because he didn't see things the way I always saw things, and then he would get angry, and you were little, and he wasn't attacking me. He was correcting me. Do what they say, or they will incarcerate you, men will try to rape you, and they will die. Okay? They will try to sexually assault you, and they will die in the attempt, And then a lot of people, guys, I'm like King David. I have to carry all the prayers of all the abused. Help me, protect me, Jesus, save me, Jesus. I'm the line of King David. My dad has a statue in there of Jesus with a bunch of sheep. And you look at that and go, well, technically that's not Jesus, that's David, right? There's nothing in rabbinic written or oral history that says Jesus was a sheep herder. Okay, David was, Moses was, but Jesus was the son of a contractor and liked to work with wood. There's lots of written and oral tradition that say that Jesus built cradles and Jesus built chairs and Jesus built, and I wonder where they're all at. You think Constantine's mama bought them all? I like you. Damn, Shaq, I like your kid. Oh, you're very quiet. You're a good listener. Now I can hear me and him and Dad talking, okay, and I got the music playing, right? Shaq is funny. Shaq's funny because I had a lot of, I thought she was going to record all this other stuff. He's like, yeah, me too. But I had a lot of things I liked on last night. We have, Oye, como va Tito de Puente? Okay. I like it like that. Pete Rodriguez. Mambo Gozan. Complication. Gozar tempero. Baila como es. And then someone, Shaq goes, it's mi chiquita quiero bembe. What does that mean? It's like, I think that means that she got, that my girl, she has this, she likes, she likes to, go, and then we listen to the song, he goes, yeah, that's what I think it is. Okay, she has that in her. She likes to do that. He goes, oh, good, I like girls like that. I do too. So what's the next one? El cake, I don't know what that one means. Quesera, we didn't get through that one. Solo Dios, he left. He's not as into Sonny Osuna and the Sunlighters as he is into Tito Puente. He liked Tito Puente. He's like, I like this because you're going to hurt your hip. But we connected real deeply. And he goes, you don't have that much pain. He kept thinking that. He goes, you don't have a lot of physical pain. You'll show that stuff on your videos where you have what's that stuff called? The melanoma stuff in your shins and stuff. It hurts. But it's like, this guy's pain threshold is insane. Okay. He has that thing on his leg that, it bothers him. It's there. Okay. It's not debilitating. It's this man's pain threshold is insane, right? I'm getting that from Shaq. He's like, you'd feel it more if I was out shooting and we were talking and shooting hoops in the barn. You'd feel the nausea, and stuff. But he goes, and you're old and you're getting old. You're over 60, right? He goes, but God dang, Well, see, Shaq, most of my injuries aren't caused by self-induced excessive compulsive behaviors. They're caused by people that are jealous of me, that abuse me. So when you're being abused and you can recover, but it's very painful to recover, like people that have leprosy being put into a mine and people, you know what I'm saying? And it's forced on them. And for a lot of people, they feel it's eternally never going to stop and they just shut down, they die. All right. And then there's me, don't attack me because he's lethal, right? And so you're like sitting there and it's from Shakir's like, because same thing with Jesus had that. And a lot of people like myself have this, that if you react and you kill, I've told people this a lot of times. This isn't I like these too, but in the military, they fuck your wife, you call them on it, and we're even, right? That's the way they see it. They take your kids, mind fuck them into a cult, and you call them on it, and we're even, right? You called me a little child molesting, mind raping, murdering bastard, and they prove it to you, and then we're even. And that's pretty much tit for tat with a piece of shit that is that and not me. Those little scientists that's you're talking to us, like they always, I said, Shaq, when he goes, he's so funny. I'm like, when I'm myself, my voice is a little bit lower register and all that. And he goes, ooh, the ladies in your life are going to like that, right? Because you're going to sound more like me. And I'm like, and not like Charles. You're going to sound like Charles or Kenny. And I'm like cracking up going, he is funny. No, he's funny. He's funny. The shit's funny. You're going to have Charles and Kenny working on their best Teddy Pendergrass place. No, he had me cracking up. Oh, shit. No, Shaq is funny, guys. No, Shaq Unfiltered is like Sinbad, Life Uncensored is funny. We just start talking and he just gets comfortable. And then he just starts like, he had me, oh, gosh, he's funny. Oh, yeah. There are no rules when it comes to Charles. Shit is funny. It's like, don't do that. You'll blow up his what was it? His big old cantaloupe something head. It was funny though. No, he's funny. No, he does not hold back with Charles. This shit is funny. Oh, that's only Charles is gonna get away from it. It's hide behind his daughter. Oh, good thing your mom was pretty. No, she's funny. He's got to leave Charles alone. No, I like Charles. Charles makes me laugh. But he knows that. That's what Shaq said. He goes, he knows dumb stuff comes out of his mouth and it makes him a multimillionaire, so he keeps saying it. And I'm like, shit. Oh, God, it was funny. I don't speak for God, but, truth is evident. And the truth of it is he's funny in it. Yeah, so it's funny. Oh, lie is obvious. So quit telling yourself you need money to be funny, because you don't need it to be funny, so you don't need to have stupid stuff come out your mouth. You're making Shakir want to pee. Stop it. Okay, he's funny. Oh, your dad is funny, bro. Oh, boy, when he gets started, you get, oh, my gosh, you almost will pee yourself. Oh, shit. No, he's a fun guy. He's fun, yeah. But, yeah, that was the thing that Shakir was sitting there, and he's going, so you can, yeah. It's not, technically, yes, anytime I want to. I can do a lot of things whenever I want. But the results won't be good at all. So it's when I need to. And so, because when we just pop them in the mouth for every game, and I'll just devastate you. But I just never, it was very rare, because Shakir, I used to go to Encanto to play against all the best players in Phoenix, right? And so the energy came through me. Here's why you don't do what you wanted. You do what you need to do. Because when I took Raquel down there, because her uncle played in the NBA, she was like, okay, I believe you. I saw you. But you got to understand, I wanted to show her how good I was. And they were, and all the girlfriends and all the guys in the, and Skilo and all the guys sitting there watching their man ball. That boy think he bad anyway. And he showed up with this black girl with full lips and a big old booty, right? Full lips. Yes. Okay. You get people like that. It's like, no, my Rocky was such a wonderful kisser. She had real nice full lips. She was a wonderful kisser. We could kiss for, we'd get in arguments and fights and, well, because she was typically wrong. I was typically right. And I wasn't going to let her be wrong because I really cared about her. No, that's the truth, really. No, like what happened with the baby with Tammy Tam, and the white girl comes out with the half the daddy being black baby, and oh, look at the baby, she's so cute. The baby says the baby was so cute, right? And Rocky's in the front seat. What is it? And it's like, I'm like, what the fuck did you just say? That's my brain is like, and Tammy mixed, right? She light skinned it. So she's all excited. Oh, another baby like me. I hope baby gets love. Don't get treated shitty by the white folks and the black folks. Little old Tammy Tam. She was so cute, right? And she liked me so much. And she was like with Rocky. She said, whenever I go everywhere, Keith always talks about me like I'm stupid. He's telling me I'm stupid. But bitch, make up your mind. You can never make up your mind. We went to go get food, and there was a Burger King and a Taco Bell. And Rocky wanted what she wanted. So I said, okay, well then, Rocky knew what she wanted. We went to go get it right there. And then Tammy couldn't make up her mind. And I said, okay. And she goes, I don't know what I want to eat yet. I said, all right, And Rocky had already had her food. And she's like, I was like, you can sit. We're in the car. We ain't going nowhere. You can just sit and eat it. And Rocky, they used to drive Rocky crazy with me. Well, I'm from New Mexico. My Amy gets it, right? We ain't in no freaking time clock, I'm on my own time, essay. You know what I'm saying? Sit here in the parking lot, grub, sit back, man. I know nobody will be saying, hey, you got to be here at 6. Hey, file your taxes before this day. Hey, we're going to incarcerate you, So I come from New Mexico, right? So I'm like, okay. So I sit in park. She goes, he ain't going to yell at me and tell me to make up my mind what a dizzy bitch I am. I was like, no, it's our time. Wait, this is our time. We ain't got to be nowhere. We just chilling, right? Let's chill. Let's settle down. So we're just chilling. And Rocky's like, why can't you make up your mind? She's treating Tammy like Keith did, her boyfriend. And I'm like, what does it matter? Look, when you're with the girl that you like, right? And you come up into a park and you pull out to the thing, you grab something to eat, right? And there's a Taco Bell and a Burger King, right? And you know what you want. So you're going to go, baby, what you want? I can't make up my mind. So you grab yourself a Whopper. You park in the parking lot. You put some music on. And you sit there and you joke with her. And you laugh at her. And you look at her eyes. You made up your mind yet, baby? You know what you want? And so, no, I can't make up your mind. You are so damn gorgeous when you're trying to make up your mind. Let me look at your eyes while you're thinking about it. Just do stuff like that. Right? And like that girl in the service, I don't trust you, Parsons. I don't see how you learn to trust you. It's like, no, I do that with my girl. I don't do that with everybody's girl. I wasn't being that way with Tammy. I was just saying, hey, it's your decision. It's your, I bought because, I was being nice, but, I was being chivalrous because that's the way I was raised. My dad's from Texas and Tennessee, And so, but I'm just sitting there. She's like, this is so nice. It's so nice to be out with a guy who lets you just sit there and I had 4 sisters and I had to go school shopping with them every year. Shakira, you feel my pain, Shakira? You know what I'm saying? My mom, she goes, my mom always used to say, I'd raise 100 boys for one girl. You go shopping? Okay, well, yeah, okay. I mean, that's how, okay. 3 pairs of pants, 5 shirts. Cool. All right. Well, let's get the Jimmys for the feet and let's go, Which ones you want? I already know which ones I want. I want the ones that Dr. J wears. Okay, there you go. And that's it. Okay, because that's all mom can afford, right? And since mom can afford it because dad works his ass off, you good to go, right? You got your 3 pairs of pants. You got your 5 shirts. You got your Dr. J's Converse. You're set for the year. You still got some old shoes that still fit. You know what I'm saying? You're good, right? It's all good in my hood, right? And like Kim always used to say, yeah, I was like, but mom is buys you 3 pairs. Yeah, I had 5 shirts or whatever, and you mix and match them just right, and you're always clean, You always take a bath and a shower and wear your deodorant, and I didn't have to pluck the nose hairs in the eye. It wasn't as out of control back then. I had a nice little soft, cute little mustache all the girls liked, and yeah, it was cute. Yeah, it was really cute. Yeah. Even cuter than I am today. Yes, secure, even a little bit cuter than I am today. I like you. Can you, sir? Can you picnic? What do you think about that, Bones? No, Lamont McLemore is a handsome man. Didn't you think so? I always thought he was going to end up married with the other girl. I thought because they always had them do things together, so I thought they was a couple. Because Bill and Marilyn started being a thing, and I thought they was a thing, but they wasn't. She married the manager. The girl married the manager. I didn't get real inquisitive, and it's sorry, thank you, yeah. Get old Lionel Richie and family in my head. It's Ronald. Okay, Ronald. It wasn't Roland. The name of the bass player for the Commodores, his name is R-O-N. Okay, Ronald. His name, Ronald. It's not Roland, it's Ronald. Okay, thanks, Shakira. That was very thoughtful of you. Okay, I like this kid, Shaq. I like this kid. But there are some other things that were on my mind that the scientific community wanted to distract me from by sending Shaq and his son in here. And now I can't remember, but it doesn't really matter because I had such a good guy. I'm talking to those guys. And it's a thing to protect people from genocide operations, yes. And I already thought about it. I didn't really speak about it that much. And I don't have the top tech and stuff like that. So, it'll come back to me. I'll go all Jim Steinham and Celine Dion on it. It'll come back to me. It's important. Yeah, of course it's important. Okay. I'm starting to remember it now. When a man, you attack him and he's lethal because he's the greatest good shepherd. When he has to carry all these people, he literally has to carry them. Like when Shaq was telling me that, God, your pain threshold is amazing. And it's like, yeah, I get it. I understand. And I didn't think it was because I don't like pain. I don't go out seeking pain. I'm not excessive or compulsive. If it hurts, it hurts when I do that. So don't do that. That's why I like Shakir so much. He's one of those type of people. Okay, this is getting a little batshit crazy. I told you, dog, yesterday, you be acting like Coach Yost with Coach Boone. There's a line and you crossing it right on. Remember the Titans? Remember that when Coach Yost be telling Coach Boone, hey, you flirting with a little bit of crazy here, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're abusing these kids. Don't do that, right? And when it gets past that point where you're not having any more fun, because the other teams will be psychotic to win, and it's funny because they're all no. I can exercise each and every day. I take days off because it's healthy, And just some days, what are you going to do? Today, I don't feel like doing anything, right? And you do Sunday morning with your girl, steal some covers, or some skin put up. And, you have to do a lot of bumping uglies and getting busy. You can just sit there and snuggle with her, look into her eyes, nibble on her ears and her neck, Of course, then that usually leads to getting busy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, dog. Yeah, I see. Typically, that leads to getting busy. He's right. Don't talk that way in front of your father. He knows. I know. And so it's like, that's why you're here, right? I know. And so, but yeah, his capacity to carry is unparalleled to all the people that want to be better than him. And one of the main reasons, is a thing known as the resurrection. And the resurrection, the most people that believe Jesus is God is because of the resurrection. And Jesus told me in Sierra Vista, the resurrection is because of a wormhole and cloning stem cell research. So do you still think God rose Jesus from the dead and moved him to the future, to the second coming? You still think it was God that did it? Why did Jesus say, why have you forsaken me, and forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do? So you're going to have to forgive them, and you're going to have to protect them from themselves. So I have to be the standard and the focal point of word commands for technology to save the human race from your vengeance is mine, so saith the Lord. I always try to tell people that I'm not a vengeful person. Static, don't start, none, won't be none. And I'm lethal when you attack me. If you don't attack me, guess what, Cobra? Ricky Tiki Tavi don't have to kill your ass. It's all good, right? Now, there is you got to have natural things, the there are other natural predators that can get mongooses and eat them. So mongooses have to be very careful, right? And you have to understand that, okay? You ain't a big badass. You have to have common sense and reason. You have to respect the rattlesnake. You have to respect the crocodile. You have to respect the hippo. That's a big motherfucker. Don't start nothing, won't be that. I got you. Charles, leave Shaq alone. Kenny, run. It's funny. And it was the kid from San Antonio that left that big hand spot on the screen. It was. Okay, just so y'all know. Okay, I'm just kidding around. So these people, and they show all these things. Ralph Sampson, I never saw him miss. That's because I don't think Ralph gets Shaq, because Ralph didn't miss with the one hand. Okay. He said Kareem's hook shot into the stand. It's just one big guy helping another big guy out, right? No, he likes the Wembanyama kid too. He thinks he's he's very agile and polished and, basketball player, right? And a lot of it's eerily similar, seeing the expectations and all the noise about Victor that there was about Ralph. And then it really concerns you because people that big aren't meant to be circus gimmicks. That's why Shaq has so much pain, and Ralph also. And that's something that particularly disturbs me. Okay. Well, because I'm 6 foot tall. Okay. But what causes the problems is the guys that are 6'6" and bigger and don't like you, get that shit out of here, and they hurt you. They separate your shoulder by slamming you down to the floor. Right. And I always knew that. That's why I didn't posterize people a lot, because when you go, what goes up must comes down. Spinning wheel, got to go round. If I need to jump, I do. If I don't, it's going there. And I learned that from Maurice Cheeks. Cheeks is killing us. Yeah. He would go in and I knew Mo could jump. I saw him do it in the pros. Like, goddamn, Mo's got some hops in him, right? But Mo would go in, finish at the rim, get the hell out of there, right? But when it's for the NBA championship, Iguodala, he didn't have a good run at it and stuff like that. It just wouldn't have mattered. Once I saw LeBron coming, I would have been looking through my peripherals like I did with Mike. He hadn't blocked it. No. No. And I was more agile and athletic than Andre Iguodala. Yes. I could jump 12 feet from the hoop, go around people, finish at the rim. Bob always talked about, that's why Keith said he's the best basketball player you ever saw. He literally moves in the air like a ninja, like Bruce Lee, only better. Yeah. I see it through other people's eyes, and I used to wonder about it myself, because they'd come and try to get under you, and I could move in the air and jump around better than, it was better than when Doc did that thing under the bat. Yeah. Earl had secret ninja skills trained by the government. No, they just watched. And go, it's not fair, it's wasted on him. He doesn't use it properly, try to take over the world. Yeah, I'm not brainy enough for the Pinky Club. What is it? It's funny, this was a good connection though. I like you guys very much. I'm not flirting with his mom. Is your mom single? I'm just kidding around. I'm joking. Are you kidding? There's no way. Why? You're not going to park, okay, a Corvette where the school bus used to be and make sure that all the kids are happy. It's not going to happen, right? We can't get all the kids in the bus, in the Corvette. Corvette is little red Corvette. That's me. Okay. Shaq is the wheels on the bus go round and round. All the kids. Okay. No, he's not like, yeah. Okay, yeah, there are some genetics that are very Goliath-like from the tribal traits. And in his tribe, like with Tyler Perry and all that, you need to be like that David boy. Your big dick ain't God's gift to woman. That school bus is going to run out of food because you're going to try to fuck the world into too many kids there. You don't got the whole world in your pants. Think before you fuck, motherfucker. That's the women in Charles's family. Not in Charles's family, but in Shaq's family. Yeah. They will make you feel like, they must be related to Grandma Booker and Grandma Kramer. The whole Jewish guilt trip. Yeah, no. It's really good. But yeah, no, The big thing is the resurrection. The resurrection, what I was told from Jesus, was a science project to keep Jesus their top communication circus gimmick, to have people believe that Jesus is the cartoon character in the head that the Romans invented into by performing that scientific miracle with him to keep the corporations powerful because they knew they had to do it. Otherwise, if the story didn't happen, it wouldn't be true. Past, present, future operate at the same time. Shakir gets to think, could you explain it to him, bro? Okay. In order to keep the business going, to be the Andrea True connection, get the cameras rolling, get the action going, they knew they had to do the collider thing, build the wormhole, use this cloning stem cell research from the scientists, trying to be the Bizarros of the world and actually play the Bizarro game to stay in business and then conquer with their business. How has Red Tapin and Spencer J. Kimball of you? You don't get it? Damn, they dumb, bro. Charles Shaq. It's Charles's cousin. Take it easy on Charles. I think Charles can get this. You don't think he can? Okay. What about Kenny? Okay. Think Ernie gets it? Anyone? Bueller? Carmelo Anthony. He should get it. He's from New York, right? He gets it. Damn scientists at Columbia University. I don't know. I think it was more of a covert operation, but I know Parsons Aeronautics was involved. Oh, yeah, they were. They was all over Sierra Vista when I was there. Big old, their trucks, Parsons Aeronautics and all that. And little Dana, who found me on Facebook, she said, I went looking for Lord Voldemort and found Harry Potter. It's like, I'm better than Harry Potter. Harry Potter is based off of David Rockefeller. Yeah. I'm the Lord. I'm who Viggo Mortensen and Ian McClellan, all those guys want to be when they grow up. Come back when you grow up, girl. You're still living in a paper doll world. Growing up ain't easy. Love is twice as tough. Come back, baby. Dude, they don't have bass in that song. If you ever see that man of mine, tell him that I love you. You can do the bass on that. We'll do the boy from New York City. We won't do the boy from New York City. We'll do the song, but who's good? I'll be the girl. You two are you're bad. You're bad children. You O'Neill boys are just bad. You're just used to bad. I'm Courage the Cowardly Dog. Shut up, y'all stupid. Ooh, come on. You guys get to do the ooh, come on, kitty. I have to go. And he's cute in his mohair suit because we ain't from New York, so we're okay. No, I ain't never played in New York. People in New York hate Shaq. People in New York, they hate Shaq. Damn Laker. Damn Magic. Damn Orlando Magic Laker. Miami. He's a tropical person. Charles likes it. Charles is also a tropical person. They don't like it where it's cold. He didn't like Philadelphia. It was cold. He's from Alabama. He went to Phoenix. He stayed in Phoenix. He didn't go back to Philadelphia. It's cold in Philadelphia. This is tropical people. These are people that live near down the equator. They're not supposed to be up in Minnesota and shit like that. This is too damn cold. I mean, it's once you pay your bills, but I think once it all stops and they stop doing the money thing, I think you're going to see a lot of black folks playing in the South and a lot of white folks playing up in the North. And there might be some black folks, that's light-skinned that say, okay, I kind of like it up here nice and cool because it's hot as hell in this city. It's nice to be cool, yo. When you get up in here, it's like James Bordeaux was saying, I left Florida because it's always like 106, and then the humidity's like 100%. You feel like you dying and there's ants crawling over your body, and there's mold growing up behind everything, and shit is crazy. And you get back up to the north, and you go, oh, it's snowing today. I feel like I'm sitting there being all Bing Crosby and shit, singing Silver Bells and shit. It's nice. It's nice and cool and shit. I can see my breath. Our breath mingles in the air. It's just freaking strictly from here. We both could have died in there. That's Joan Baez and Bob Dylan. I don't want to die sitting there just mingling air in the park, and being naked in the hotel. I like children and grandchildren too much. I like the end of the Book of Malachi there and all that stuff. Them be an old man there with all them grandkids and all worshiping God and loving the Lord and protecting their mama's virtue by loving the Lord and loving like the Lord. There you go. Okay, guys, love you. Thanks. That was very helpful, guys. Let's load this one up. See if NASA takes another 2 hours. You think it's tangible? I hope not, but most likely.